rebounds thing, y'all ate that up. Because rebounds, 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 anything that comes off that board, it's mine.
You know the moment it all catches up to you, when words start doing more damage than your game ever could. When you spend more energy calling out your teammates than stepping on the court, eventually someone in charge takes notice, and suddenly, your untouchable status isn't so untouchable anymore. That exact reality slammed into Angel Reese like a freight train. The Chicago Sky front office didn't whisper, it made its decision loud, unambiguous, and completely unexpected. And for Reese, it was the kind of shock that changes everything.
Hands-on remaining with the Chicago Sky after Rocky in the 2025. You may be like, Rocky, question mark? Yeah, you don't remember? She threw all of her teammates under the bus and then ran the bus over them. In that interview that came out, I think it was the Chicago Sun-Times. And her teammates, nah.
Then came the shockwave no one saw coming. Camila Cardoso named Player of the Year. But this wasn't just a trophy on a shelf. This was the organization speaking in a voice loud enough for the whole league to hear. For Reese, who had long acted as if the entire franchise existed to orbit her personal brand, it landed like a dagger. The move ripped away the illusion she'd spent so long crafting. Reese had imagined herself untouchable, indispensable. But the cold, unflinching reality of professional sports doesn't care about confidence or ego. In one announcement, the carefully built fortress of "I am irreplaceable" crumbled into dust, leaving her exposed and off balance.
Want to come back, or maybe she's decided I want to come back, but do the Chicago Sky actually?
So, what now? Should Chicago be considering a trade for Angel Reese after everything that's unfolded? Drop your thoughts, because this saga is spiraling faster than anyone could have predicted. The Windy City is staring down a storm, and surprisingly, it's not another on-court meltdown or a referee controversy. The Chicago Sky finally stopped dancing around the obvious, and in one bold move, they revealed exactly who they truly believe drives their future. They handed the Player of the Year crown to Camila Cardoso. Let that sink in. While Reese was busy jetting from photoshoot to media appearance, building her personal empire, the organization measured real impact, wins, consistency, presence. Cardoso? 40 games played, 15 Player of the Game awards, 6 Player of the Week honors, 2 Player of the Month titles. She carried the team without turning every practice, every media session, into a stage for personal drama.
See this right here. Camila Cardoso was named the Magellan Player of the Year. Chicago Sky. So she was named the Player of the Year right here for the Chicago Sky. Right? 15 times Chicago Sky Player of the Game. All right, 6 times Chicago Sky Player of the Week. 2-time Chicago Sky Player of the Month. I love this particular statistic. 40 games played. Woo! A lot can be taken from the 40 games played statistic, right? Because let's be honest, here's Angel.
Had suited up for just 30 games all season. And the timing of this revelation? Brutal. It dropped immediately after she embarked on what can only be described as a full-blown media tour with the Chicago Tribune, an exercise in self-appointed authority. On air, in print, in every headline, she dissected her teammates' performances as if she were running the franchise herself. She made it unmistakably clear, if the team wanted her, they needed to upgrade or else. Now, imagine being on that roster. Years of sweat, dedication, and sacrifice, only to have a teammate who still struggles with fundamental consistency, broadcast to the entire sports world that you're not enough, that the lineup you've built together isn't worthy. The weight of that public judgment hit like a lightning strike, leaving the locker room stunned and raw.
It's very possible the Chicago Sky front office was questioning the injury themselves. Would they admit that? Of course, never. Well, Rhodes, are you saying that Angel wasn't hurt? No. I'm just saying maybe they gave it the fuzzy eyeball just a little bit. In light of the fact that the team was bad, second year in a row, precedent from the rookie year and unrivaled of just stopping, not playing anymore.
And then she didn't just stop, she doubled down, blasting any pretense of subtlety to bits. Reese made it abundantly clear she wasn't satisfied with the season, crowning herself the unofficial architect of the team's future. She claimed she'd be the driving force behind recruiting elite talent to Chicago, projecting a confidence so audacious it almost demanded attention. Sure, wanting your team to get better is reasonable, but there's a line. Reese didn't confine her critiques to private locker room discussions. No, she took it straight to the press, painting her own teammates as the reason for the team's struggles, all while personally leading the league in turnovers. Every word was a broadcasted verdict. She saw the roster around her as incapable, expendable, a barrier to her ambitions. The message to the locker room? You're not enough. And in that instant, loyalty, trust, and unity all started to fracture.
She did quit on them. She did refuse to go in games. Hey, I'm just saying. She just kind of played them when she said, oh, I guess I got to go back because I'm under contract. Like, she don't want to be there.
Disrespect aimed at Chicago's veterans was staggering. Courtney Vanderloot, 2 championship rings, 5 All-Star nods, a legacy built on knowing exactly what it takes to win at the highest level, suddenly found herself under public scrutiny from a teammate. Reese had the audacity to suggest Courtney's age and availability made her unreliable. Vanderloot didn't flinch. She stepped into the spotlight, quietly but firmly, reminding everyone that age was no barrier and she was returning stronger than ever when a veteran must defend her own credibility in the media because of a teammate's outburst. You know the damage goes far beyond locker room tension. It obliterates it. And yet, the front office had already bent over backwards for Reese, trading for Ariel Atkins to provide the leadership and stability she demanded, sacrificing future draft capital to build around her. Despite missing substantial portions of the season, Reese led the league in turnovers. 10-1 across just 26 games, a record, but not one to celebrate. Analysts noted that 1 in every 5 shots within 9 feet of the basket was blocked, her efficiency numbers abysmal. Teammates began questioning her priorities. She demanded roster upgrades while vanishing for critical games. Veterans who had poured everything into building a winning culture watched as she prioritized commercials over basketball. The contradiction was impossible to reconcile. She wanted better players, but wouldn't consistently play alongside those already on the roster.